Pride.tv for our baseball contest this afternoon. I am your host, Dan Ballard. I'm joined by executive producer Diamond Dave Moon. Dave,
Hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, Dan.
Good.
Beautiful day.
Good. Yeah, it is a beautiful day. Actually, we had Beautiful Day by U2 playing a little while ago. Very appropriate for a day like today. So today is going to be a little bit different. A little bit different is that we're not starting the game at the first inning. We're starting at the third inning. You may say, why are we starting at the third inning? Well, if you were with us on Monday, that's as far as we got before Mother Nature decided that she was going to intervene and rain down on our parade and forced us to end prematurely. So what the decision has been is that we will just pick up the game exactly where we left off on Monday. And with that means we were in the top of the third inning. Again, this is Sultan and Kings, first of all. Kings has a 2-0 lead. We're in the top of the third. There are 2 outs. They're going to have a runner at third base, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter with 2 outs. So that is the scenario where we're going to drop ourselves into here and restart this whole thing all over again. So a little different than what we're used to, but that'll set the stage. Again, this is just a continuation exactly where we left off from Monday when the rain interrupted play and we were unable to continue. So, Dave, with that being said, I have a feeling that we won't have a 3-hour contest today. Mickey will actually be able to get done in under 3 hours today. Wow, that's a bonus. Is that our Christmas bonus, Dave?
There you go, Mickey. That's the end of the year bonus right there.
That's our end of the year bonus.
End of the season.
For working so hard all season, we get a short game today, is what you're saying, right? All right.
You're gonna jinx it, Dan.
I know. But with that said, it was a very competitive game. Like I said, the conditions were horrible on Monday. I'm surprised that we actually made it as far as we did, to be perfectly honest, because the girls had a softball game scheduled, and they called that game. They didn't even
hit the field.
They didn't even hit the field. They just packed it in right from the get-go. The boys, the gentlemen gave it a go, and like I said, we made it through 2, and then we got into the top of the third, and then it just at that point couldn't continue. So that's where we find ourselves tonight, and we will get started. The coaches are at home plate and talking with our umpires and kind of bringing everybody in agreement exactly where were we when we left off, where are we going to start from tonight, and we'll be underway here shortly.
So what does that do for you, your mental state, Dan? If you're the batter that the game got stalled on, I mean, you got almost a full count there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you got 2-1.
Right.
2 outs. I mean, are you warmed up? Are you ready for this? Or, I mean, are you going to be walking in there?
It's like I said, we've been broadcasting for, it's probably about my 6th year doing this. It's the first time I've seen this scenario actually play itself out. It's typically similar to how the girls were. Either you start and you get the game in, or you don't start at all. It's not like you start and then you just get interrupted halfway through. So it'll be different. Mickey's saying, Mickey's been in this longer than I have, said she's only seen it happen once before. So it's not a common occurrence. But you're right. You got all of a sudden, it's like, okay, we're dropping ourselves right back into the middle of a contest and try to get yourself re-energized. And it's been, 3 days. This was Monday night. Here we are on Thursday evening. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And that's why we play the games, and we'll get started here in just a moment. So, Dave, what else we got going for the rest of the week here? Tomorrow, I know baseball again tomorrow night.
Baseball tomorrow. Soccer's tonight.
Soccer tonight.
At 7 against Cedar Park Christian.
Okay, and then...
And it's senior night for soccer, so it's our last game.
Senior night for soccer. And senior night tomorrow night. We have 3 seniors that will be recognized tomorrow evening for baseball. And then did the girls make up the game from Monday yet, or that's next week?
I think it's scheduled for next week.
Next week, okay. The game that was rained out on Monday night. So, all right. Well, that kind of gets you brought up to speed here as far as the scheduling/rescheduling on turkpride.tv.
And then last night we had macho volleyball in the gym.
Macho
volleyball.
What does that mean?
It's it's like powder puff football, but the guys play volleyball.
Oh, I see.
It was we streamed it.
We streamed it?
We streamed it.
Very cool.
Seniors took home the win.
Seniors took home the win.
It went seniors, sophomores, juniors, freshmen.
And so who was the voice of that broadcast?
Jen.
Jen Moon. Lovely.
Although you didn't hear her 3/4 of the game because she forgot to plug in the mic. Whoops.
Wow. Should probably
plug in the scoreboard. Yeah. No, Mickey, it's nothing like forgetting to plug in the scoreboard.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that she doesn't know somebody in the IT department that could have maybe helped rectify that.
Well, that's what she said. She goes, "You did a sound check," and I go, "You're absolutely right. I did a sound check. I put on the headphones. I heard sound, but I heard the sound, the crowd noise.
I see.
I didn't hear talking noise.
I see. So she wasted all that good commentary.
Yep.
Never to be heard from again. All right. Well, that does happen sometimes. All right, we're getting the warm-up tosses out here, and we're going to be re-underway. I won't say underway, I'll say re-underway here in a moment. So on the hill, we're going to have Tyler Sargent, number 10, is pitching. Jack Hamilton, number 27, is behind the plate.
So when we stopped the game, Jermaine was pitching, correct? Oh, was Tyler?
Yeah,
pitching?
Tyler.
Does everybody have to be the same spots when they
Yes,
resume a
they
game?
need to get back in the same positions. Now they can make changes moving forward in the game as far as subbing positions, but I was told by Coach Leverett he is at 9 players, so this is the 9. He only has 9 tonight that are dressing. So I don't anticipate you're going to see much change here for the remainder of the game. So.
Well, they lost Kobe,
Yes.
and then they were only like 3 fat in the first place, right?
Yeah. It's not like they've had a lot of bench depth from the get-go, and like you said, Lawson Coy is out tonight. He is not dressed this evening, so again, Coach Leverett told me before the game, he said, I've got 9, that's what I'm going with, that's all I got. So hopefully Mr. Sargent can eat up some innings here and keep things.
No concussion protocols today.
Yeah, exactly. Now we'd like to glad to see that Coach Day is with us tonight. Mickey Miller's with us tonight. That's great. And our home plate umpire is not the same one that was here the night where both of them got into trouble, right? That's good. That's a good thing. All right. So final warm-up tosses, and we will be underway. All right, we are ready to get underway. We are ready. Thumbs up. We got the count on the board, and away we go. So runner at third, batter, count 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third for the Kings Knights.
Yeah.
Right. 2-2. 2-2. Nice pitch by Sargent. Ball. Count goes full.
So quiet.
It is. It's like a golf. The hush falls over the crowd.
Near capacity crowd tonight.
And ball 4. Speaking of golf, I was watching Happy Gilmore was on the other night. I happened to flip channels. It's just a hilarious movie.
Love that movie.
Happy Gilmore. And so we got runners at first and third now for the Knights, and a substitutions pinch runner coming in. And number 9, Christie's going to step in. Kind of got going to be late arriving crowd, I think. Such a nice day. I mean, people are out doing all kinds of good stuff. But crowd is starting to build here at Sultan, both for the hometown Turks and the visiting Knights from Kings. Runner goes. And they'll not attempt to throw. Oh, I take that back. He returned back. So thought he was going to go and then changed his mind and returned back to first base. So runners still at the corners, 2 outs here in the top of the third. And that's hit straight away center field. Oh, he had a beat on it, and then he misjudged the ball, got over his head, and 1 run's going to score, 2nd run's going to score, and that's a 2 RBI double for the Knights. And that now makes the score 4-0 Kings. So just that quick when you're in a close 2-0 game with 2 outs, then a walk and a key hit, and just like that, they've doubled their score and now making it 4. Sargent takes a look. Oh, that's high and inside. As we talked earlier this season, a couple games ago, Kobe Keeler suffered a pretty season-ending injury for him to his leg, and boy, that sure had a ripple effect for Coach Leverett, taking your number one pitcher out of the mix and a backup catcher, first baseman, just a very versatile player, and so
and a pretty
really
darn
hard.
Good hitter too.
Oh yeah, and 3 home runs this season. Yeah, I mean, just really took arguably his best player out of the lineup. Inside, ball 3. Sargent trying to find the spot here, struggling a little bit here in the early going. So again, when you take a squad that was not too deep to begin with, and then you take a key component out of that, that's really, really tough. That puts you in a really tough spot. But to their credit, the teams battled. They kept their, kept fighting, kept battling, and have had. And that's high, but hit smack to left field, and Powell makes the catch for out number 3. So, but 2-run score. We're going to head to the bottom of the third. Turks trailing 4-0. All right, we make our way headlong into the bottom of the third inning, and leading things off for the Turks, Joshua Whitmire Skeeth, our second baseman tonight. Strike 1. On the hill for the Knights, number 15, Logan Marshall Inman. And we do want to welcome any fans that are joining us that are fans of Kings High School. We do welcome you here on TurkPride.tv, as well as obviously our Turk fans. We hope you enjoy the game today just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And hit straight back at the pitcher. Fields it cleanly after a little bit of a bobble. And over to first base for out number 1.
That's it.
Number 6, Bobby Tudor.
All right, Bobby Tudor, number 6, steps in.
Oh, oops.
Both
That would
picked
probably
the
be
same-
my
picked-
bad.
Ah.
No, did they pick the same song? I probably bumbled there. I probably
Dave,
bumbled
did you
that.
bumble? We want to thank executive producer Diamond Dave Moon for getting the walk-up music for the boys put together and bringing it here to us today, Dave.
Nothing like in time for the second to the last game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, good to know that we got that put together to really enjoy it all season long.
Well,
right?
in my defense, they didn't come to Mickey with it until the third of the last game.
That is true. That is true. The boys were a little tardy in getting to that this year. They've been a little tardy for a number of years, haven't they, Mickey? Yeah. Mickey's like asks and asks and asks, and they just, it's like pulling teeth sometimes. All right, Bobby Tudor at the plate here for the Turks. And swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. And it's going to bring up number 27, Jack Hamilton.
Number 27, Jack Hamilton.
All right, Hamilton steps in for the Turks. Doing the catching duties today. And their first strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs for the Turks here in the bottom of the third, trailing 4-0 against the Knights from Kings High School. For those of you who don't know, Kings High School is a private Christian high school that's located in Shoreline, North Seattle area. And low and outside. And hit sharply, but right at the shortstop. Picks it up, pumps once, over to first base for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. We're going to head to the 4th, still trailing 4-0. Glad you can be here with us today, Coach.
That's never going to get old.
All right, we are back, making our way headlong into the fourth inning with the score 4-0 Kings over the hometown Turks. Dave Moon coming up with some great ideas here for walk-up music, right? Doing walk-up music for
the other
for the
team.
visiting team.
That's right.
Well, that's being a good.
Can't leave them out.
That's being a good host, right?
Yeah.
We want to be good hosts. Strike. All right. So Sargent struggled a little bit in the first inning, or in his first inning, I should say, which was actually the third inning. For those of you just joining us, you might say, "Gosh, this game's moving quickly." It's like, no, it's not moving quite that quickly. We're picking up things where we left off on Monday when Mother Nature decided to intervene. Lifted to right field, fairly shallow, and it's going to drop in.
No.
Not sure if that was just maybe a little miscommunication there. Whitmire Skeeth was retreating quickly, and Tudor was coming in, and it dropped right between the two of them for a single. So, yes, this is a continuation. We picked up exactly where we left off. Where we left off was the top of the third inning with a score 2-0. And now we find ourselves in the top of the fourth. So we made through just about not quite one inning since our restarting of the game. Runner goes.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's going to do it again. Nope.
Got kind of a late jump on that one, so he had a good lead, good jump. The runner did, and Hamilton was unable to kind of handle it cleanly, and runner made it safely over to second. So, Dave, once spring sports, or what are you going to do with all your spare time on your hands?
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Don't get me wrong, I love spring sports.
Yeah, it is. It's fun to get outside, especially when we have a nice day like today. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Couple middle school track meets coming up, second and third week of May.
That's right. We got middle school track still going strong. And chopped right to first base. Oh, Deason couldn't quite get it. Skeeth comes over.
Safe.
And just not quite in time. So Deason just about had it, misplayed it a little bit, and then Skeeth got involved. But at that point, too much time had elapsed, and the runner made it safely down to first base. So, yes, watch Dave Moon with a GoPro strapped to his forehead as he runs around the track on
Backwards.
Yes.
Right in front of the runners. I got this.
Exactly. I got this. I'm good. I'm fine. All right, runners at the corners for the Knights. Runner goes, and Hamilton wisely does not make a play. Or an attempt on the runner coming across. This is number 13, Gibby Marshall Inman. So we have number 15 is Logan, and number 13 is Gibby, brothers, here on the Knights team. As well as we have two other brothers. We have the Schott brothers, who are numbers 3 and 4, and the Marshall Inman brothers, who are numbers 13 and 15. That's high and outside. Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the fourth. Yes, that was a good-looking pitch right there. Delayed call by the home plate ump. It's like, man, you got to call that a strike. And yep, yes, sure enough, he did. And that's hit to left field. Powell's got a good beat on it. Retreats, makes the catch. Runner tags at third, and he's going to score easily. And that's going to make it 5-0 Kings. So a long fly ball out with an RBI. Strike one. So Sargent's starting to kind of settle in a little bit. That's the theme that we have seen all season long. Turk pitchers have struggled in their first inning, and then second inning have settled themselves down. And Sargent is starting to show signs of getting this control. And runner's going to advance down to third. At the plate for the Knights, number 17, which is Tyler Durbin. Yes, outside corner, nice pitch.
One, two, Mick.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gonna get yelled at.
High ball. And that's hit deep. Powell retreats. He's got room and makes the catch. Runner tags and will score. So another long fly ball RBI out for the Knights, but they do score again and now takes it to 6-0. And number 24, Ethan Elias steps in. Outside ball. So the Turks tomorrow with their final game of the season here, home on senior night on TurkPride.tv, 4 o'clock start.
And you're gonna miss the action.
And I am, unfortunately. I feel badly about that, but I have a prior commitment that's been on the books for quite some time that I'm committed to. And but Adam will be here, correct? We're hoping that he'll be here to fill in.
We'll have somebody here. That one got a little away from him.
And just a bit outside, a bit inside actually. And executive producer Diamond Dave Moon will be here as always. Mickey Miller will be here as always.
And a special guest.
Oh, well, tune in. That's a tease right there. All right. Jeez, a special guest. Ooh. I don't even know what the special guest is. Man, alive, Dave, you're hiding things from us here, man. Outside ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Mickey on the air.
Jeez. You mean in addition to her Mickey Miller advices for the Lovelorn segment that she does every week on TurkPride.tv?
High School Drama 101.
High school drama. That's right. Helping young ladies in Sultan High School deal with affairs of the heart. Now that's Mickey. Mickey, there's no drama with teenage girls in high school, is there? No, not at all. Not at all. It's all.
It's all the boys.
It's all the boys, none of the girls. Runner goes, and no throw. Nice block by Hamilton. Knights with a runner now at second. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. High inside ball. And that's a strike. Now batting for the Knights, number 4, Keenan Schott. And that's a slow roller. Boyd charges at third. Doesn't come up with it cleanly, though, and runner's going to come around to home. And Hamilton just misses him. So Deason makes the throw back to Hamilton, makes a swipe tag on him, and just misses him. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, who was the batter on that particular one. Looks like Hamilton kind of took a little stinger on his wrist there. So the Coach Day is going to come out and take a look at that. But Jack's a tough kid. I know he will stay in.
I know the last time we had a catcher get injured, Day was ejected the next inning.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's good that Coach Day is here today. It's good that he can join us for the game today. We appreciate him being here. Home plate ump giving some props to Mr. Hamilton, saying nice play, but he touched the base just before he made the swipe tag on him. So just a half step slow.
Now, if we had our overhead camera,
yeah,
we could have confirmed that.
Yeah. We got to talk to the technology people about that. Do you know anybody in that department? Hi, ball. Maybe I need to talk to your wife. Maybe it'll get done if I talk to her, right? And get her to bother you.
It's not funny, Dan.
Say, Jen, Dave just won't get this done.
Funny.
You make sure that he gets this done. Oh! Way inside. I'm surprised that the young man actually got out of the way there. I thought we were going to have a hit by pitch. Batting now for the Knights is number 15, Logan Marshall Inman. And the catch. All right, we head to the bottom of the fourth. Turks trailing 7-0. All right, we're going to make our way here to the bottom of the fourth inning, and leading things off, Mr. Cody Eason. And popped sky high. Yeah, out of play. Nope. Hit the roof. Dave, where'd you park you parked? Okay. I think it was the roof, not your car.
It's like they leave that front spot open for me.
I know. It's amazing how you get the.
It's good to be Dave Moon.
You get the VIP spot every time.
Good to be
right?
Dave Moon.
That's right. Diamond Dave Moon. Yeah, I want to see how you would explain that one, Dave. Oh,
Wait.
And hit him on the foot, it looked like, and so Deason's going to get a free pass down to first base.
I have to explain it.
Number 22, Jaden Boyd.
All right, Jaden Boyd, number 22, steps in. So Deason on first, Boyd at the plate for the Turks. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Trailing 7-0 against the Knights from Kings High School. Strike on the outside corner. Oh, and chopped just foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes on Boyd. Deason still remains at first. And Boyd goes down on strikes.
Number 11, Tremaine Towle.
First time we're hearing the walk-up music. It's interesting to see some of the reactions.
I know. He's shaking his head and laughing.
And that's a slow roller. Oh, it gets underneath the second
nice.
baseman's glove. So just like that, hey. You know, you just never know. You just.
Number 5, Austin Wiedemann.
And next, number 5, Austin Wiedemann steps in for the Turks. And strike to Wiedemann. And swing and a miss. And Wiedemann goes down on strike. So 2 outs now for the Turks. Runners at first and second. We've got Deason at second. And Powell at first.
27, Joe Gay.
Josiah Day steps in. That's low and outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. And a little slow chopper over the pitcher, who fields it to first base for out number 3. So the Turks threaten but do not score. We head to the 5th, trailing 7-0. All right, we make our way to the top of the fifth, leading off for the Knights, number 7, Elisha Sargent. And jumps on the first pitch, but that is fouled on the third base line, strike one. Boyd gives a valiant effort, but runs out of real estate. Swing and a miss. Strike two. So Sargent. And this is Sargent versus Sargent. You know that? No, that's I just realized that the pitcher Sargent against the batter Sargent. No relation, I'm sure, but they spell their names just a little bit differently also too. But swing and a miss, drop, third strike, but Hamilton's going to give a slow toss up the line to Deason for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for the Knights. And popped sky high. Powell comes in from left field and makes the catch. And number 14, which is Tyler Shook. High, ball 1. Strike. 1-1. High inside. And ball 4. So Sargent walks Sargent, and he's going to make his way down to first base. Kings have their first base runner on, with now 2 outs again in the top of the 5th. And that's chopped just foul down the first base line. Runner goes. Oh, and it gets past Hamilton, so he's going to make it easily down to second base. So again, we want to remind you that tomorrow night, senior night here, the Turks and the Knights one more time, and the last of the third game set here. We'll have 3 seniors players that we'll be recognizing and honoring for all their achievements here this season. So don't you miss that. Special broadcast coming to you tomorrow night. Game starts at 4, but I think that we're going to start just a little bit earlier than that because they're going to have those recognitions prior to the start of the game. So I think we'll probably have about a 3:45 start time tomorrow for Senior Night 2019. Runner advances down to third base, so the Knights have a runner at third with still 2 outs. foul. Oh, and that's hit sharply right down the center field. They're retreating, retreating, retreating. Oh, and he just misplays it. So Day just misplayed that one. He had a good jump on the ball, and he was there, but just slightly misplayed it, and so it dropped in for an RBI double, making the score now 8-0 Kings. Okay. So one of the brothers, Gibby Marshall Inman, stepping in, number 13. Outside ball. High ball. 0-2. Or 2-0, excuse me. 2 balls, no strikes. High, outside ball 3. Runner at second for the Knights. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Sargent looking to get out of this inning. And that's ball 4. So runners now at first and second. And it's going to bring up number 17 for the Knights. This is Tyler Durbin. Sargent delivers. That's high and inside ball 1. Strike. Nice pitch there by Sargent. Oh, that one got away. And everybody's going to advance on that one. So Sargent definitely, that one got away from him a little bit. So runners now at second and third for the Knights. And runner's going to make his way down to first. So bases loaded for Kings, and number 24 steps in. Ethan Elias with an opportunity to kind of break this thing wide open here for the Knights. Again, Turks looking for that third and final out to get out of this inning without any further damage. Outside, nice stop by Hamilton. Backstab there. Backhanded that one. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Outside. Nice backhanded grab again by Hamilton, keeping the ball in front of him. And Sargent's control has been a little wild at times tonight. At times he's looked sharp. At times he's looked like he's really struggling with his control. So he needs to get more consistent. Strike on the inside corner. That was a good looking pitch right there. Outside. Nice catch by Hamilton. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full. So this is about as pressure packed as it gets right here for everybody, both the offense and the defense. Just looking for one more to get them out of this inning. Runners get a huge lead, and ball 4. So that's going to walk a run in, and it's going to now make it 9-0 Kings.
Now batting, number 4, Keenan Shaw.
Now batting number 4, Keenan Shot. And Coach Leverrett's going to come out and have a little conversation. And it looks like we may have a pitching change where he's going to shuffle the deck a little bit. Is it going to be, well, nope. I think he's just going to talk with the young man. He's going to stay. But again, tough spot. Nope. We're going to have a pitching change. Mr. Powell is going to come in from left field. So that will be it for Mr. Sargent. We'll have a break in the action. We'll give him an opportunity to warm up and get back to things. So we're going to take just a little break here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletic.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo,
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
Thank you!
Thanks. Thanks for not just selling me tires. Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Not suggesting stuff I don't.
Thanks for checking my brakes.
Checking my brakes. Thanks for checking my brakes. For free.
Just to make sure I'm all good!
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2, and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of
All right, we are back. And Mr. Powell has stepped in. And that's low, ball one. So he's stepping into a tough spot here. He does have inherits three runners. Inherits three runners and a 9-run deficit right now. So tough spot. But Mr. Powell, he's been in this situation a number of times. I've been really impressed with this young man, the composure that he has shown this season. Being brought in by Coach Leverett in some tough spots. Ball gets past Hamilton and runners advance and score. Now that makes it 10-0 here, Kings. So that is significant because, again, now we have the 10-run rule that's in effect. And we find ourselves in the top of the 5th inning. So the Turks are going to need to get going here in their half. But this inning is not yet over. So we'll have to see what the final outcome is. All right, base on ball, so base is still loaded. Time out. We're going to have a pinch runner for the catcher. Logan Marshall Inman stepping in, number 15. So we get, as we had said earlier, 2 sets of brothers for the Knights. We've got the Marshall Inman brothers and the Schott brothers. And that's hit foul over the first baseline. That was close. So, Dave, should you, unfortunately, if for some reason a baseball were to come down on top of your car and break the windshield, how are you going to write up the incident report for that, Dave? How are you going to do that?
Can't I sue the school district for that? Put in a claim with the school district?
Put in a claim. I'm not sure that would be accepted.
I don't see a sign. I don't see a sign anywhere that says park at your own risk.
Oh, you just thought that VIP spot right in the front was yours, right?
Dave Moon.
I'm Dave. He's Dave Moon. By golly. Yes, right. He's the man, the myth, the legend, executive producer, Diamond Dave Moon.
At least I don't stroll in like our friend.
Ah, yes.
Hello? Can you?
There you are.
Could you? There I am.
Now you're better. Yeah, you were you were cutting out there a little bit. Now that I see how loud you are now. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. Bases loaded.
Whew,
but we are at
inning.
10. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th here with the Turks trailing 10-0.
Okay, just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
All right, we're making our way to the bottom of the 5th inning. Turks trailing by 10, so they need to. A little technical difficulty. We're working out. I know. We're working out the bugs here. We're kind of working out the bugs. Tyler Sargent in was our starting pitcher tonight. Has since been replaced by Mr. Powell. Foul back to the screen.
I should reach out to Ben, see if we can get Ben in here tomorrow.
Ben, our good friend Ben. Well, when the ball came back and hit the screen, it reminded you of Ben? Is that
Yeah.
I think Ben was with me 2 or 3 seasons, and he was pretty jumpy to start with, but he settled down. He was doing really good there towards the end. And that's chopped foul down the third base line. All right. Sargent steps back in. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Chopped foul at the plate. Stays 0-2. Ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Goes down swinging. Dave, before I forget, we've got to talk about our subscribers.
Oh,
and our
that's
need
right.
for more subscribers here on TurkBride.tv. So tell us how that works.
Well, my peeps watching at home, either live or on demand, we need you to hit that subscribe button, and I'll get into it in a second.
Okay, sounds good. Hold that thought, everybody. Josh Whitmire-Skeeth in for the Turks with 1 out here now in the bottom of the 5th. Ball 1.
And I found out YouTube has an analytic if you hit subscribe while you're live versus if you hit subscribe while you're watching it on demand. Has a different weight, too.
Makes different weight. So you want people to do it while it's live, I would assume. Right?
Actually, yeah, but the more you do it on demand, the more you're promoted live. Does that make sense?
Not really, but
No.
I'll take your word for it. I guess if you say so.
So if you're it's all about the value of the content.
Right. Okay, 3 balls, no strikes. So strike. 3-1. Ball 4. So Skeeth gets on. So talk with us more about the subscribers.
So we need your help. So as you all know that watching games on TurkPride.tv is free.
It is.
And we want to keep it free.
Yes, we
absolutely want to keep it free.
Yeah, we don't want to go back to the old model.
No, that was a terrible model.
That was not good.
So in order to do that, we need to generate revenue. 2 ways to generate revenue: ads and YouTube.
Okay.
So if you hit subscribe, that tells YouTube you enjoy our content. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't send you ads or anything.
Strike 1. So they just need to hit the subscribe button.
Just hit that subscribe button.
It helps us out. Doesn't cost them anything.
Doesn't cost them a dime. Doesn't change their YouTube experience in any way. Doesn't send them annoying emails or texts or anything like that.
Or anything
Nope.
like that. Okay.
No.
Sounds like a win-win.
All you're
to
doing
me.
is you're just telling YouTube that you enjoy this content, and you don't have to be a Turk fan to hit that.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, any of our visiting fans, we'd really appreciate the help that you could provide us by hitting the subscribe button as well here, so that when you are one of the visiting teams here at Sultan High School, you get a chance to log in for free and watch your child, relative, next door neighbor, whomever, compete here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Right on the outside corner.
And everybody wins. I mean, it's
it's one of those few things, it's like it's a win. People say that we want it to be a win-win situation. Well, that truly is a win-win situation, because they win, getting free content, the ability to view it live, view it at their convenience on any device, and we win by continuing to provide us some revenue stream to carry on these activities.
And I'm pretty sure we're the only. I put us up against any school. We're pretty much the only school that's consistent in broadcasting everything.
Yeah. You and the students have done an excellent job in really developing this to the point of where it is now. Inside ball. Runner at first, Skeeth at first, Whitmire Skeeth at first, Hamilton at the plate. Swing and a miss. And a reminder again, we've got another game tomorrow night, Senior Night 2019. And that's a slow chopper to the pitcher. Nope, hit the ground first. So foul ball. So, Dave, I was hearing in a message I received from Mr. Sifferman, it sounds like we're trying to start a little bit earlier tomorrow to do the senior activities beforehand. Is that the way I understood that message?
I think it's start at 4.
Start at 4?
Start at 4. Maybe, it was...
Start the
maybe
game
a
at
minute
4?
or two after.
Oh,
no,
okay.
the senior activities.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought maybe we were going to do the senior activities a little earlier so that we could still start at 4.
No, I think one of the moms.
That's right. That's
is
what it
a
was.
School employee.
That's what it was, and we were needing to hold off until 4. Okay. I saw that they were talking about altering the schedule somewhat, but just want to be clear. So 4 o'clock, maybe just a bit before. Tune in tomorrow. And that's hot shot down the third base line. Long throw and not in time. Skeeth's going to make the turn and come all the way around. And tell him to get up and go. There we go. That's going to score a run, and the Turks get it down within 9. There we go. Hoo-hoo.
That means we got a real game going.
We're going to continue. We will go past the 5th here, and we'll have a 6th inning. So, all right, good deal right there. Good hustle by a young Mr. Whitmire Skeeth. All right. Cody Deason, number 8, steps in for the Turks.
He would choose that song.
Strike on the inside corner. Hamilton goes and makes it down to third. So some nice aggressive base running there by the Turks. Runner at third base. So good RBI opportunity for Deason.
Coach Levert's pretty verbal tonight.
Yeah.
I usually don't hear him.
Yeah, I'm hearing him barking out barking out encouragement. Of course, Coach Day, I always hear him down at first base.
Or yelling at the ump. It's one or the other.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's
encouraging players, yelling at the ump.
yelling at the
It's
ump.
something.
Exactly, right. Yep.
Number 22, Jaden Boyd.
All right, Jaden Boyd. Oh, we're going to have a little break in the action here. Coach is going to come out and talk with his pitcher. So, Dave, the magic number is what, 1,000 is what we're going for on the
We got to get to 1,000, yeah.
Got to get there.
We've made great strides this season.
So, originally it was what you were telling me before. It was like 0, and then it went to, what, 100, and then...
Yep.
Oh, good.
Finally. Our athletic director finally subscribed. Yep. Excellent.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So,
Coach Skeeth, have you subscribed yet? Yeah, there we go.
Man alive. Get out of here. All right, we're back to action. Oh, that's a shot.
Miss.
Oh, but it lands right there, and
Right
the
in
side
his
is
glove.
retired. But the Turks score. They get on the board. We go to the top of the 6th, trailing 10-1.
Tell me you got faith.
I might have.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a Tulcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo,
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
Thanks for not just selling me tires. Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Not suggesting stuff I don't.
Thanks for checking my brakes.
Checking my brakes.
Thanks for checking my brakes. For free.
Just to make sure I'm all good.
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
All right, we make our way headlong into the 6th inning, and leading things off for the Knights is going to be number 7, Elisha Sargent. Swing and a miss, or I should say chop foul at the plate. Strike 2.
2 and 2. 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 balls.
2 and 2.
There we go. There we go. 2-2. See, Mickey, the umpire's helping you out today. He's not giving you a hard time.
Yeah, you would have got kicked out of the
yeah,
last
you'd have
with the last
You'd have been
umpire.
gone. You'd have been gone.
You and Aaron would have just been down there at the car.
Yeah, exactly. Or sneaking up here and watching it on the monitor, right? Oh,
that didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
That never happened. What are we talking about? Sorry, that never happened. And ball 4. So leadoff batter's going to trot his way down to first base for the Knights. And it's going to bring up number 3, which is Brighton Shot. Runner goes. And Hamilton makes a good try at it, but kind of got tied up with the batter there a little bit too. As the batter was kind of falling back and Hamilton kind of bumped into and kind of impeded his throw a little bit, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And that's low, and runner's going to scoot down to third and make a turn, but hold.
Boy, Skeeth really kept this game alive, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
If he wouldn't have got that run,
we would have been done. Yep. A nice hustle there by Skeeth. And it started with him getting on base, and then some good base running and hustling and making his way in. And his mom wasn't here to see it.
Oh.
Mom wasn't here today. Dad is, but Mom wasn't. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, no outs. Runner at third for the Knights. Here in the top of the 6th. And that's a slow roller hit to the shortstop. Comes up cleanly, throws it over to first in time for out number 1.
Oh, he called him out. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, out.
Sorry,
and,
thought you meant in time as in.
In time, it made the throw in time for out number 1, but the run does score, so it goes back to a 10-point differential, 10-run differential again, which you need to keep that in mind. After you're through 5, you must keep the differential under 10, 9 or less to continue. So right now.
Okay.
Yeah, got to keep it below 10. So right now we're at 10. And we'll have to see what the outcome of this is, but Turks would have to score and to get it to 9 or less to continue to a 7th inning.
At our next break, I want to share an observation that I have between boys and girls ball.
Okay. All yours there, big guy. Powell gets the sign. That's high ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Base is empty. Low ball. Strike on the outside corner by Powell. Nice pitch. 3-1. And that's ball 4. So he's going to make a trot down to first base.
So
observation.
I was lucky enough to watch a softball game the other day.
Okay.
And from beginning to end, and what I noticed, whenever the pitcher gets the ball in baseball, it gets hit to the pitcher and they get an easy catch, they kind of stroll over to first base and just toss the ball. Yeah,
underhand toss.
Girls, no matter what, they're hustling every play. They're hustling.
Is that right?
Yeah. There's none of that. I mean, there's one where she had the ball to first base where he was halfway there.
Runner goes. It's high. Yeah, continue.
There was a time where they were hustling so far she had the ball there before the runner even got halfway there.
I haven't watched as much girls softball, but I know what you're saying is that they do. It's the speed of the game is a little amped up from the boys' game.
It really is. It's you're on your edge a lot of time of that game.
And I think a lot of it is because again the base paths are much shorter, so the reaction time is much less. The distance from home to first is significantly shorter on a softball field than it is on a baseball field. So your reaction times are shorter, and you've got to really be on top of things. All right, runner advances down to third for the Knights. So in your spare time, you just watched another game. You have nothing else to do, right?
I do.
Yeah. Whoa, man, he got all that, but that was way. Oh, almost hit the bus.
And the bus moved from there to back there.
Yeah, the bus thought, I'm safe here. Ooh, man, alive. He got around on that thing quick. It was well foul down the first base line. And down the third base line. So it goes the other direction, and that one is foul. Count stays at 1-2. Back to action. And lifted almost the exact same spot. This one is out of play down the third base line. We're going to be running out of baseballs here pretty soon. We'd like to thank all of our viewers that tuned in today on TurkPride.tv. We sincerely appreciate you spending part of your afternoon with us. We hope you're enjoying this game as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. High ball. Two balls, two strikes, one out here in the top of the sixth. And that's a ball. Count is full. Throw over to third. Runner gets back safely. Powell delivers, that's high ball, and gives up a base on ball. So there's going to be runners at the corners for the Knights. So Gibby Marshall Inman steps in, one of the Marshall Inman boys. Runner goes. And that's hit straight away. Oh, shortstop. Almost had that one. Oh, yeah. Good hustle, but just could not handle it. Now the bases are full again for Tyler Durbin, number 17, steps in. So, Dave, did I hear you're going to be out all next week? Is that right?
I am.
Learning and getting smart? And
learning myself up.
Learning up. All right. They're going to coach. Somebody's going to coach you up, huh?
Got a croquet title to hold on to as well.
There you go.
The first day of the conference is a team building.
Uh-huh.
And
whoa, that's hit sharply to left field. Back. That stays in play, but it drops in for a long. It's going to be a 2-run double for the Knights, and they're going to go now up 13-1. So croquet, that's the team building exercise you play.
Well, yeah, they have all these events, and Sultan, I'm proud to say, Sultan has brought home the croquet championship like 4 years in a row.
Oh, so they do croquet every year.
Yeah, it's usually ends up Sumner and Sultan.
Sumner and Sultan.
Yeah. Well, there's other events. They do like bocce ball and miniature golf and real golf and all this other stuff.
So do you and the team, you guys get together and practice?
We do. Yeah,
get ready.
We do. Yeah, we get there early.
Very serious about this. Take it very serious.
Because we're champs.
Competitive croquet.
That's right.
You're on TurkPride.tv. Could be something we could add as
we could
programming.
Stream it.
We could stream some competitive croquet.
You know, with my drone, I could just stream it live to YouTube.
That'd be awesome.
And just an overhead view of the whole game.
And hit sharply past the shortstop. He's going to score 1 and makes a big turn. He's going to come home, and that'll score 2, and it now goes to 15-1 Kings. Kanan shot coming in. Oh, gets past Hamilton. And runner's going to hold at first. So competitive croquet.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Good stuff.
Proud to hold on that title, too.
Yeah. Do they have any other challenging activities like mahjong or anything like that did you play?
Well, one year when we were rained
competitive
out.
Solitaire?
One year when they were rained out, they set up all these...
Out of play?
They set up all these Wiis.
Oh, really?
So everybody's playing Nintendo Wii.
Wow. And popped up in foul territory and just out of play. So where does this take place, David?
Welch's, Oregon.
Where is Welch's, Oregon?
It's right in the foot of the Mount Hood. Right in the foot of Mount Hood.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful country. It gets a little warm.
Yeah.
It looks like here, but it's definitely warmer.
Interesting. So how did they ever decide on that as the location for a conference?
I don't know. It's a big hotel. It's a big resort, and I think it's really inexpensive. It's a super cheap conference. We don't really pay for the conference. We just pay for the hotel rooms.
Gotcha.
It's all vendor driven, but not vendor content, which is rare.
Yeah, that is very rare.
Yep. So it's all learning during the day, and then at night, and the vendors sponsor the activities.
Right. Yeah, similar to mine. I have one coming up. Mine's in Spokane, though, so not many places I know. Not as nice as Welch's, Oregon, but same thing. The vendors have a big exhibit hall where they sponsor the evening snack and that type of thing. And
is that WASBO?
Yes, the WASBO conference.
I used to go to the WASBO until this conference came along.
Did you? Really?
Yeah, this conference kind of spun from the need of one because Wasbo wasn't cutting it.
Wasn't cutting it from the technology aspect. Yeah, I can see where Wasbo doesn't really have a lot that would apply to the technology guys. All right, runner at first. That's outside ball. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Turks trailing now 15-1. So they're going to have their work cut out for them here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And gives up a base on balls. So I won't see you much, my friend. Then you, if you're out next week, and then my Wasbo conference is the following week.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. Mine's the 2nd week in May, and you're gone the 1st week in May. So, and Coach Leverrett's going to come out and have a little conference with Mr. Powell, and we'll see if he stays or if he makes a pitching change. And we're going to make a change, it looks like. It's going to be Boyd. Jaden Boyd's going to come in for Mr. Powell. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment on TurkPride.tv. All right. Now in first time we have seen number 6, which is, where did he go? Jared Bosacci. Jared Bosacci is at the plate right now, and he's going to be our pitcher the next inning, is what I was told as well. So. Three balls, no strikes. And again, Jaden Boyd is our third pitcher tonight on the hill. Started out with Sargent, went to Powell, and now Boyd. Yeah, that's a good-looking pitch right there. Strike. And lifted, fouled on the third baseline. I want to remind everybody again, baseball tomorrow night, Friday, Senior Night 2019, here on TurkBride.tv. 3 of our seniors. And that's hit sharply into right field. It's going to go ahead and advance runner over to third, and they're going to hold, and the bases will be loaded. 3 seniors being recognized tomorrow night, and so we ask that you join in and take part in those festivities prior to the game, again with the Turks and the Knights tomorrow, 4 o'clock here on TurkBride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics.
Benny Hill.
Yeah, that wouldn't, yeah. Yeah. No, those days are not, that is not acceptable anymore.
Or John Biner. Remember John Biner?
Yes, John Biner.
Benny Hill of the 80s.
Yes. And that's over the catcher's glove. Yes, quirky TV shows of the past, right?
It's, I'll give you that one.
Very unique. High ball. I know he used that standard Verizon ringtone, and there everybody else is hardly everybody keeps it the same. It's like everybody's reaching for their phones. Like, is that my phone? No, that's not my phone. All right, run comes in on the walk given up by Boyd. It's going to make it now 16-1.
Where'd he go?
Over there. By the track, huh? All right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Knights from Kings High School here against the hometown Turks. And what was a continuation tonight was a continuation of a game that was postponed due to weather on Monday evening. So we started tonight at the top of the 3rd with the actual batter, actual count, actual base runners that we had, where we ended play on Monday night and have continued from then. What started out as a 2-0 score in the top of the 3rd now has changed pretty dramatically, where the Knights well in command here, leading now 16-1 here in the top of the 6th. Inside ball.
Yeah, the only thing they didn't bring back tonight was the rain.
Yeah. Rain stayed away. It's been a beautiful evening. A little bit of light breeze out there, and some high clouds, but just a beautiful night in general. We'll take it. It's been very a cold and wet April. March was actually pretty nice, but April has been kind of cold and miserable. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 2. Now, Dave, you have to remind me. So, in the Moon household, when is the furnace off date? Has it already happened?
Oh, yes. Tax day.
Oh, tax day.
Tax
okay.
day.
I
Yep.
knew that there was some.
Yep.
I'm biting the bullet. I'm going through the end of this month. I'm going through.
You go all the way through, huh?
Yeah, it's just been chilly. And we let it run just for a little bit in the mornings, just to take the edge off for like an hour, and then it's off the rest of the day.
I let them keep their electric blankets.
Oh, okay.
That's free heat.
But
they're allowed to have that anytime.
Tax day, the furnace is off in the Moon household.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. And then what is it? November 1st is when you turn it on?
No, Halloween.
Oh,
they can come home from a cold night of trick-or-treating and turn on the heater.
That's
what they get to look forward to. That's my Halloween gift to them. Yep. No heat until Halloween.
No heat till Halloween and off
the heater equinox.
That's the term I was looking for. I knew we've talked about this before. It's really, I could see this being a conversation on Seinfeld. That really is something that would be perfect. A perfect Seinfeld conversation is the heater equinox, right? October 31st to April 15th. Gotcha.
Yeah, tax day is just easier to remember for me.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah, like I said, I'm still going on a little bit in the mornings, but it's not very long. But it's going off this weekend. This is it.
This is it for you.
Yeah, I'm done this weekend. Yeah. Thermostat's gonna be switched to the off.
That's why you need a smart thermostat, so you can just hit the button and locked out.
Yeah. Well, it's locked out, man. All right, bases loaded. Still here. 2 outs. And that's a slow little roller.
Bummer. Touch it. Yeah.
Got him. Tag, nice hustle by Skeeth there to tag him out at second. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Turks trailing 16-1. So if we had like a real bad cold snap where it like All right, we make our way headlong into the bottom of the 6th inning. And Turks got some work cut out for them as they need to claw back into this, keep it to 9 or less. And that's a good way to start out. Powell hits it straight away center, but played nicely by the center fielder for out number 1. So right place, right time. And next is going to be Josiah Day. He's going to step in. My apologies, Mr. Wiedemann. I'm sorry. Looked like Mr. Day there.
I wonder what song that was.
Mr. Wiedemann steps in. And first pitch hit foul down the first base line. Oh, Coach Day had to get out of the way there. It's good to see Coach Day with us today. A couple of games ago, by this time, he wasn't with us. He was.
He was someplace else.
He was someplace else, not on the field. Foul down the first base line again. So it's good to see him out on the field with us still.
Jen just texted me. Did Aaron get kicked out yet?
You know, he's got a good chance. He's only got 2 more outs here that he's got to behave himself. He only has to behave himself for 2 more outs. Now 1 more. Now just 1 more out. And now Josiah Day steps in, number 7. Oh.
You Can't Stop Me was his.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So quickly down 0-2. Turks down to their last out of the game here. Let's see, keep things moving along. Chop foul back on the screen. Stays at 0-2. 2 outs here for the Turks in the bottom of the 6th. And that hit is a slow roller to the second baseman. Comes up, fields it cleanly. Over to first for out number 3. And that's going to do it here for the Turks today, and they come up on the short end of a 16-1 score. So we'd like to remind all of you to join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock for Senior Night 2019 as the Turks take on these same Knights from Kings High School. And so, David, any final thoughts tonight before we say goodbye?
Hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that subscribe button.
We need it. We need it big time.
You know, King fan, Turk fan, Cedar Park Christian fan. We need those subscribers.
Now, quick question on that then. So, is it? Can they hit subscribe if, let's say, that they're viewing it one time on their phone, and then maybe the next time on their desktop or on their pad, on their iPad or something like that, their tablet? Can they resubscribe each time on a different device?
No.
Just one time.
Yep.
Okay.
One time.
One time. Okay. Well, I'll see.
But we need it.
I was trying to get you some more subscribers.
I know. I
to
appreciate
see if
that.
they could like log in on their phone and their tablet and their laptop and their desktop and everything.
I almost want to send a kid around with an iPad and have people log in and hit subscribe.
Yeah.
If you don't see a subscribe button, you're probably not logged into YouTube. All you got to do is just hit that top right-hand corner, type in your email. There's 1,000 ways to sign into YouTube.
Okay.
You know, Facebook, Gmail, all of them.
Where you actually sign in to.
Yeah. Well, YouTube will link to almost any social media account.
Gotcha.
And you can just log into that social media account.
Gotcha.
And you're logged into YouTube.
Gotcha. All right. Well, for myself and my executive producer, Diamond Dave Moon, we'd like to wish you good night.